Trunk glowing, top showing, roof dropping. Slow down, swerving through the galaxy, catching fly balls, hitting home runs. It's a H-Town reality. Diamonds on the mound, trophies in the case. We keep it 100 out here in outer space. Outer space. We reppin' H-Town. Outer space. We all up in this place. Let's go. It's outer space.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Outer Space podcast. I am the Spaceman. This is my boy.
I'm Phil.
Phil. Bringing it to you again. We apologize here for a little gap in the last cast that we did.
It has been a minute.
Been a hot minute. Work gets in the way. Life gets in the way.
But we're back.
And we're back. And then, frankly, let's be brutally honest. The Astros had so many injuries during that time frame.
We didn't have a whole lot to talk about. That was good.
I think a bunch of podcasts of screw this, screw that.
Screw Dana, screw Joe.
How's everybody hurt?
We're done.
I'm over it, right? I think the entire city of Houston went through a phase there where...
We had our emo teenage phase, and now we're ready to grow up again.
Yeah. And then every time any non-regular baseball play happened, we're like, oh, God, is someone going to get hurt now?
Oh, yeah.
And then we cap it off with Correa tearing a tendon in batting practice, of all things.
That's how it goes with this team. Between Tucker getting hurt, twirling,
Look,
whatever.
I think we can at least acknowledge that with Correa, he actually did that trying to do something with baseball and not something freaky deaky at home.
Right, yeah.
Because we know no
massage.
masseuse broke that rib, people.
Right,
Come on.
yeah.
We're not playing that game around here. All right, but so look, that's the elephant in the room. What injuries, right?
Yeah, we're getting some of them back, but I mean, we're still a bit of ways. Altuve actually just got activated about 20 minutes ago.
Which is crazy. That dude...
Because they said, 6 weeks, and then it's been
2.5, 3, maybe? Like, this guy is insane. He's got, there was an old time, we're going to go back to our Longhorn days, when Vince Young came out of the draft, for the NFL draft, and there was a famous quote by some caller here in Houston on a radio show, and they were like, Vince Young has healing powers. I'm beginning to think Altuve's got healing powers. This guy is the Teflon Don, man.
Whatever it takes.
Every injury he has, he bounces back insanely quick. So crazy stuff there. But so good to see him when he comes back. That'll alleviate some of the pressure on the young guys.
Yeah.
But look, Hader coming back the other day was
huge.
That was
necessary.
a beauty. It was
King did his part.
Yeah. Look, King's great, right? I mean, I think King
for being a seventh inning guy being shoved into a closer's role. He did what he needed to do.
And I think King now has kind of established himself as...
I'd say the setup guy,
He's the setup guy. He's the new Brian Abreu. Because Brian Abreu might as well be
the lefty eighth and the lefty ninth. You start screwing with lineups and matchups.
Absolutely.
Unless you're Jordan, then you hit it. Lefties, righties. He don't care.
And nothing seems to faze King right now. He doesn't. He honestly seems like he just goes out there and doesn't care and then tosses the ball out there. Yep. So look, exciting stuff. Hader back. Tuve back. We got Brown has started his process, right?
He just had his third rehab last night.
Right. So we're
he's probably one
to two more rehabs away. I mean, I think
he said mid-June, which that'd be about 9 days. So probably one, maybe. Now I'd probably say one more middle of next week, and then bring him back next weekend.
Yeah, and look, I'm okay with them dealing with him with kid gloves for.
Right? 75 pitches, 80 pitches, like basically spring training him again.
This is the guy.
It worked out
with
Spaghetti. It worked out with. Bring another baseball up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we'll bide our time there. I want to say, 3 weeks ago, I was ready to send Imai back to Japan.
Oh, I still might be.
With the occasional mistake here or there, he's been so much better.
Yeah. Well, Tang's starting to step up.
Tang is stepping up too.
Yeah. It kind of lessens the blow of all these starters.
No, absolutely.
When everybody was going 3 innings, 6 earned runs, and eating, and the bullpen's like, what do you want me to do? Yeah, I can't pitch every day.
No, absolutely. I mean, even Burrows, right? Burrows, if you look at his ERA and look at his performances just in general, he's had 3 or 4 games where he's had 1 inning that just imploded on him.
Oh, yeah.
Gives up 4 runs or something. And it happens.
And it's a home
times.
run, yeah. It's something, one little thing, and then it's like quicksand. It evolves into, and then I think he's second in the league or third in the league in home runs given up.
Yeah.
None of them are solo shots.
So I want to say, I can't recall the exact number, but he was first in the American League.
Oh, I don't know.
And he's third overall in the MLB, something like that.
Yeah, it ain't a good stat to win.
But a guy like that, what are we expecting out of him, honestly?
Well,
if
you don't sign him to be a fourth or fifth guy. We signed him to be our 2 or 3, and that was before injuries.
I would say he was signed to be the 3 at best.
Right.
Because it was going to be Hunter, Imai, and him.
Yeah, and now Imai is 4 and he's 5, as far as I'm concerned. Lambert's outpitched both of them.
Lambert has outpitched both
pitching
of them.
tonight.
But look, I mean, a guy like Burrows, if every...
He's an innings eater. He's your Scott Ellerton. He's your...
Sure.
You're going to come in there, you're going to give me 6 innings because we can't keep eating the bullpen every
Absolutely.
night.
And if that works, 2 out of 3 outings for him, okay.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to take that every day at this point with what we got. So
give me 6 innings, 4 runs, and just don't blow it up every time, and we'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that.
Not happy about it, but we'll take it.
Right. No, I'm not going to say that
team right now,
rosy, but we do what we can.
We're still 7 under, 8 under. Yeah, we can't be beggars can't be choosers right now. Let's just keep getting healthy and keep moving forward.
I mean, I think we've been 1 game over 500 over the last month, if I recall, somewhere in that range. So we're playing 500 ball.
The schedule eases up in June.
Schedule eases up. More guys are going to keep coming back.
Yeah, I think we got Diaz going on his rehab assignment this weekend. But
do we want him back?
That's what I was just going to go. Vasquez has been calling really good games. I didn't get a chance to watch last night with Price. Yeah,
he's calling great games. He's helping these pitchers out. And the record.
What a great signing for just a throw in. I think we signed him like a week before spring training. Like, hey, you hanging out? You got nothing to do? All right, come hang out.
I mean, they just DFA'd Salazar, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, he'll end up back.
Probably.
Ain't nobody claiming him.
No,
He'll be
for
back
sure
in
not.
a week. Him and the other guy.
But that's a sign, right? They're telling you what they think about the catcher position right now. Overall.
Colin Price made his MLB debut last night. But I think that's just a stopgap. Let's get you a week's worth of at bats until Diaz comes back, and then get you a cup of coffee.
You know, maybe Diaz coming back reverts a little bit back to the old Diaz.
Right.
Let's hope. At least some portion of it.
I don't think it's going to be a straight 4 days Diaz, 1 day Vasquez. I think realistically it should be 3 Vasquez,
2 Diaz,
and then maybe one of those 3 games you Diaz DH, and let Jordan wherever Jordan plays left, put Diaz at DH. That way they can kind of play 3 and 3.
They haven't played Jordan left in a while. I'm trying to remember the last time seeing him out in the field.
I don't think they want to because they're like, hey, he was leading the Triple Crown last night, or he's 1 behind Walker on RBI. But yeah, so it's like, let's not rock the boat on anything in that regard.
And as afraid as we are of every possible injury that's out there.
Bad. Like, I know he wants to be out there. He hates sitting the bench all game.
Oh, my God.
But if it's working, it's working.
Let's talk PTSD. The last game, last night, so it's Friday when we're recording this, so Thursday night's game against the Pirates. Jordan slaps one out in the outfield, and he's going to turn 2 on it. And this should be an otherwise easy double. And he slid into second base. And the way he slid into second base, I just looked at it and went,
just don't.
Just run a little bit faster and not have to do that?
Please don't slide.
It was such an awkward-looking slide,
It's early June. Don't slide. We'll take our chance.
Yeah, just,
You want to slide in September? Go for it.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal for me to see what was happening with him on there. But anyway... But that leads us back to another topic. So the first podcast we ever did, we gave our predictions. Yeah. And those things, we'll get to actual predictions here in a little bit. But before we get into those positions, the AL is a hot mess, just in general.
I mean, with Judge going down today, you basically got one-ish good team in the Rays. I mean, the Yankees are still good for right now, but let's revisit that in 3 weeks without Judge.
Sure. They're certainly going to cause them to backtrack a couple of games. Right. But overall, I think when I was looking at it, there's 5 teams in the American League that have a winning record.
And probably
winning record.
And probably 3 of those are 1 or 2 over.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's an abject disaster in the league right now, which has given us hope that we can still make the playoffs. Yeah. You know, as terrible
the wild card, the whole league's in the wild card race because it's so bad.
Pretty much. And I don't know, honestly, looking at the teams the way they're currently constructed, I don't think they're going to be any better. No. I don't see anybody in the American League that all of a sudden is going to take this leap and just look like that team that is dominant.
There's no this guy's going to come back from injury and help. Everybody that's going to improve or make the trades is all in the National League.
Yeah, and that disgusts me even further because when you see that the Dodgers are still out there just cranking victories left and right.
When you spend $700 million on a roster, you better.
Which is why we're not going to have
didn't work out for Texas Tech, so we'll get to that later.
They have the softball dynasty that they tried to build. But no, I mean, when I look at that, it just kind of frustrates me because I know none of us like the Dodgers, and then you see the Dodgers out there dominating again, and you go, okay, well, who can challenge them? And in the AL, there's literally nobody. I
The
see no
Rays are
team.
not built.
No, they're not built for that. The Yankees have proven they can't beat those guys when they had their
Judge
shot.
is hurt, and then Judge shows up.
Of course.
Doesn't show up in the playoffs
Right.
whatsoever. He's the Harden of the MLB.
But the Yankees got to face them in the World Series with Judge at his peak, his best season ever, and
It's still nothing.
still got run right off the field.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't make me feel good. Maybe, I guess, somewhere in the back of my heart, the Braves maybe can challenge them in the playoffs.
Acuna, he's got to stay healthy. He's not even playing right now.
Yep, but they've got a bunch of scrappy dudes
Yeah,
out there.
They got Dubon.
They got our boy Dubon. So who knows? Maybe they're able to shrug something off and make a change there. Because, the Dodgers in the past did kind of fold in the playoffs many times. They've just got an all-star roster that, it's kind of tough to touch.
Most of them. Tucker ain't doing so hot.
Yeah, well, no, and that's good for us, right? Because
it's their money.
Much better. So going back to our predictions then, we were looking at this a little while ago and trying to figure out who we think is going to win which division. And it's a hot mess. It just really is. So I still think in the AL East that New York is going to pull it off. Even without Judge.
You asked me yesterday. It's definitely a 2-horse race. I don't think the bottom 3 they're bad. I think the Rays.
It's the Rays and the
Rays are
Yankees.
that team who's just you can't name half their roster, but every year they're there. They only spend about $50 million. You can't name them all, but every year they're 20 games, 30 games over.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with them actually. With Judge being out for 4 to 6 weeks, I'm going with the Rays.
I just think that something's going to happen. They're going to fade a little bit. Pressure might get to them. I don't know. I can't put my faith in them to actually win the division itself. I think they're going to be within a game.
Right.
I mean,
well, whichever one of those will be the top wild card team. So
absolutely,
just get in the playoffs.
And then so the AL Central, I get a chuckle out of this one. It's blowing my mind that the White Sox
they're your playoff team right now.
Are where they are.
Right now. I'll put the word right now.
Today. You think it's going to last?
No.
I can't imagine it lasting either.
They're playing in over their skis right now. I think they're playing good ball. But I just don't know. They don't have the pieces.
No, and Cleveland, I think they're going to cruise.
Yeah.
In the end, they're going to cruise, and Minnesota, I think
the Twins are very up and down, but they can't stay healthy.
They can't stay healthy, but they've got the pedigree at least, and that's something that helps come in. That they've been there.
Right.
They've been in the pressure situations the last few seasons and been in the playoffs. So I just see them coming in second, and at some point the White Sox here are just going to slowly.
Yeah, it won't be. They're not the White Sox. They're not the 100-loss White Sox anymore. But
it's going to be a little precipitous drop.
Yeah.
And then our beloved AL West.
I'm gonna take us just because. Why not? I mean, any one of those 5 teams can go on a little run.
Any one of us could.
We were 2.5 back or something, even 2 probably at one point last week, and we stink.
We all stink.
Yeah, that's what
every
I'm saying.
single team in the
Nobody's going to
stinks.
separate until August, and that would separate might be 5 games over.
I just looked at it.
85 wins is winning this division, if even that.
Well, and that's what I'm concerned about. I don't even know if we're going to get there.
We'd have to do a lot.
At the pace we're at, if we finish with 83 wins, it's kind of surprising.
Like
we have to go on a good win rate.
Yeah.
That's
55 wins from right now.
Right.
3 months, yeah.
That's tough. So, I don't know. I have us finishing second behind Seattle. I hate to say it now.
They've got a better roster.
If our roster was healthy, it might be better. And we're going to get there, right?
Yeah.
Wisniewski might come back.
Him and
Ronel Blanco
they're throwing.
Should be coming. I mean, both of them should be coming back.
Yeah.
This pitching staff a month from now should look drastically different.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've been throwing out. We were basically shuffling Sugarland. We might as well have gotten a freaking personal greyhound for how much we were just shuffling people up and down nightly.
Yeah.
To survive the next game.
I got into it with one of my guys at work. Talking about the production. He came into my office. Everybody likes to come to my office and be like, "Oh, hey, let's talk baseball. What do you think? What's happening?" And the impression of, "Man, I just can't believe we can't score runs anymore." And I go, "Look at the lineup.
Yeah,
our 9 guys that we're putting out there in the lineup.
We had Trammell batting
4 of
fourth
them
for a
were
week,
guys from Sugarland.
Or
how do you expect to win?
We're signing guys I didn't know existed. Speaking of the White Sox, we're signing guys off of their AAA. So, yeah, we've become the White Sox in this scenario.
I wasn't even thinking of that in that context, but you're right.
Wow. That's that bad.
The White Sox prospect. Woohoo.
Yeah.
But then again, they've been drafting a
not
lot of
prospect.
people.
Not a prospect. That dude's like
Well,
32.
Well, yeah, okay. Still.
But he couldn't even make it out of the White Sox AAA.
No, exactly.
But Dana Brown's like, you know what? I want that guy.
Yeah, at least it wasn't John Singleton.
Yeah. Don't put that out there. Don't put that out there.
I got to throw that out there.
Lindsey Singleton, if you see this, stay out of the comments.
Yeah, no doubt. Please don't go hating on us. Or do and make us go viral.
Yeah, one of the two.
Please. That might work. We need exposure.
We'll take it.
All right, so look, that's the American League. National League, we talked about the Dodgers already. Look, they're going to run away with that division. I think the Padres are probably going to finish second on that. I don't know that Arizona's going to hold out the way they're going. I mean, they're okay. Yeah. Again,
the Brewers. As much as they're all good, it's still pretty divided and expected. Like it's Brewers, Braves, Dodgers.
And hovering around that 500 level, just a couple games above or something.
Yeah,
it's
Cubs were on fire, and then I don't know what happened to the Cubs. No, no crazy injuries, no nothing. It just fell off a cliff.
Absolutely.
10-game winning streaks, and then an 8-game losing streak. You know how hard that is? That's almost statistically impossible.
Correct. It's pretty wild. So in that division, honestly, I don't have the Cubs finishing in the top 2. I don't see it. It's bizarre. Like how...
Not unless Bregman goes on a hot streak, which
that's not going to happen.
Speaking of another Astro, that ain't doing that great.
His hot streak's just the last 10 days or so.
No, he still plays good defense. That was always his calling card.
Yeah, no, that's true. Never a problem there. So look, Milwaukee, I think, is going to probably run away with that one in the end. And then the Cardinals are...
Cardinals want to hang around, but they're there. The Cardinals are the 2015 Astros. You're a little bit ahead of schedule. You might do something, but you're not ready.
It's a fair assessment. And then the NL East, man,
that's a bloodbath.
That's Atlanta, right? So Atlanta's they're going to dominate that one, I think, in the end.
Right.
It is a bloodbath already. It's just like the NL West.
You got the $300 million last place team.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Mets fans who are going to watch this.
Right. And look, the Phillies, they're unhappy as well. They're running second. But that's a team that was dominating last year. They did nothing to improve themselves in the offseason.
Right. And then the Braves are just playing.
The Braves are running away with it. I mean, it's not even close right now. So
Phillies will definitely be buyers at the deadline.
Absolutely.
And then still be behind.
Absolutely.
They're going to have to buy.
They're not going to make up that
They're going to
gap.
have to buy, and they're going to have overpay and still finish second.
Look, they're 8.5 games back
on June
at this
5th.
point. And they're in second in the division.
June 5th, yeah.
Right.
Like,
at 8.5 games back.
Yeah.
They're not making up that gap. No. So they'll get a wild card most likely, and they'll fizzle out. No. That's not going to happen. So, I mean, really, baseball this year, it's Atlanta and LA and no one else. Right. And it's kind of disheartening to see, right? I mean, I guess you never know. 2019, we were the team to beat, and then decided we couldn't win at Minute Maid Park.
At all.
Then
not throw Garrett Cole game 7.
I think that's trauma. That was maybe the
worst
let's
game. Let's not horrify
our
listeners.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to bring the energy down here. Okay. So ran through that. If you guys got opinions on any of that, man, put it in the comments if you got things you want to say about who you think's going to win. If you disagree with us, you're like, man, you jackasses know what you're talking about. Whatever. We love it.
We'll give you a shout out. You're right. You're like, hey, Phil, the White Sox are actually good. They're going to win. I will give you your flowers.
Do it and tell me why, and then we'll look at it a little bit deeper and maybe hop into that some other day. Absolutely. No doubt. So look on the back of that, the MVP races, the Cy Young races. If Jordan doesn't get an MVP,
at this
if
point,
he keeps the pace this season, I'm going to riot.
Well, Judge was pinching off some of them, and then you got Murakami or however the White Sox. That's really why the White Sox are. That's not sustainable. Like he's never been that guy.
I can't even pronounce it. Marukami or something. Anyway. But how do you give it to that guy in his first time ever really producing?
Oh, you won't. I'm just saying he was pinching off votes, and then Judge was going to. But now Judge is out 6 weeks. All of his He's going to drop off.
That's it. He's going to disappear from that.
He won't have enough at bats to qualify for any of the.
So knock on wood, wherever it is. As long as Jordan stays healthy, he should be
knock
there.
On wood.
If for some reason the league does not give that man
He stays right. Like I have to look at it daily, but he stays on the Triple Crown, all 3 for the AL. He's been running like 1 or 2 RBIs behind Walker. They're all bunched in there, and then Yandy Diaz.
But that's going to change now, I think. Right, Pena coming back has been huge for this lineup.
Right, and Pena's batted like 500 in the last 4 or 5 days.
We have a legit leadoff guy again.
Yeah. Well, like we were talking about, I think on Wednesday at the game, Pena helps out. Like Pena gets out. Then Alvarez is getting pitched around. And then if you get something out of that, then Walker. Like, you almost need a really good guy in the 4 hole because if Payne doesn't get on, it starts a downslide quick. And then all of a sudden, we're to the 5th batter. Let's be honest, the bottom of our lineup is awful.
No, it's not good. It's really
and
bad.
if Payne doesn't get on, then Jordan gets walked. And then Walker's
Walker's
stuck in a hole.
Yeah.
Or if Jordan gets out, then Walker's not getting pitched because we don't have a 4-guy protecting Walker. So, yeah, it can go quickly downhill if Pena doesn't get it started.
Yeah.
In the first. Now, different innings, different scenarios. But realistically, the first inning, Pena needs to be getting on.
The change from no Pena to Pena has been so evident.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable
speed,
how much that
defense. Yeah, I mean, Pena's
all the way around. It's been fantastic to see. So clear on the AL MVP, Cy Young wise.
Cy Young, I mean, I'm gonna give Spaghetti some of my love right now. Now,
I would
if he had 2 more starts,
he gave up a grand slam the other day.
Yeah, fire him. Let's trade him.
Cut him.
Trade him for peanuts.
Can we get the ugliest cheerleader from the St. Louis Cardinals a 6-pack of Budweiser and a bag of peanuts in exchange?
Oh. Let's see where you're going.
Can we trade? Can we
yeah,
trade?
no, that was part of the trade.
No,
I thought you were
clearly I'm
some
kidding
kinks.
people.
But yeah, if he had 2 more starts at the beginning of the season, he'd probably be the AL leader in wins right now.
I think he would. I hate the
His
fact
ERA
that
is still 2-ish. So
yeah, after that bad
even with
outing,
that, yeah.
I mean,
So
um,
there's no runaway.
No, there's not. Look, I think the problem with
They've got that
Spaghetti,
Schlitter,
yeah,
the Yankees guy.
Yeah. Can't pronounce it. But that's the problem. I think right now there's an identity crisis. Normally there's that pitcher
that's running.
that's got the name value,
right? Like Ohtani in the NL,
Yeah.
he's got a .72 ERA. Something ridiculous.
Again, we know what's going to happen in the NL there, right? I mean, it's not even
The
worth
NL's not
discussing.
fun to prognosticate. You know what's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Correct. So you mentioned it before. Just briefly, we mentioned the Phillies are going to be buyers at the
They
deadline.
have to be. They have to.
They've got the money.
Should
for it,
they?
too. Like
TBD.
I don't know that
But they're
should.
going to, because they're going to go. We have to catch the Braves.
Yeah, I think the prudent decision
Now, what are they-
would be to not do it. I think the emotional
Yeah,
decision.
but then you're going to have a whole fan base. I mean, that's going right. We didn't do anything. That's why we didn't catch. Even though it's the prudent thing to do.
Yeah.
You're going to have a fan base going, why do we do this? I mean, everybody's at Twitter.
They're going to try and burn
GM,
Broad down
right.
for not doing anything if you're in that place.
Correct.
Absolutely. It's an
But if
emotional
you're
fan base.
eight back in June, let's call it your 12 back in July, you need to be placating yourself for the wild card. Like, don't go chasing. Don't go burn 27, 28, 29, if there's even a season then. TBD.
Well, there's
on
not
that.
in 27.
Yeah.
At least not a full season.
So,
But so then who's selling over there? I mean, the Mets should be, but I don't know that Steve Cohen's going to do that.
yeah. I don't know. I think they.
I don't know. I don't understand how they run
And
that
who are they
franchise,
selling?
honestly. Could be freaking anybody at this point because they're an abject
I
disaster.
thought I was honestly
I don't know.
mad at the time of them still in the Astros guy. I can't think of his name right now. The young kid, Stearns. I think that's his name. But yeah, no, that's New York Giants level bad GMing right there.
It's terrible. And so what about the Astros then?
I mean,
Talk to me about your feelings about Dana Brown.
no, that's we know Dana. You know how I feel. Call me if you want to discuss. I'll tell you how to run the team.
We'll invite you to sit right here
you can.
in between us and have a conversation.
We'll go live, just so there's no editing. You don't think we pulled any punches?
Yeah.
I mean, if we keep getting worse, the only one I think that would actually get you a haul that would be worth it would be Pena. And the only reason I say Pena, like we just talked about his value, is that A, his speed, and we basically had his extension done, and then he hired Boris, which Boris is going to continue to stick it to us for what we've done to all of his clients, because Crane won't go above 6 years. Pena deserves a longer contract.
Yeah, and you've got
And so if you know you're not going to extend him next year, or be able to, you got to have some kind of interior conversations about that now. Like if we're continuing down this downtrodden path, then Pena needs to be the guy. You can't get rid of Jordan. You got to keep somebody.
No, you're not getting.
You get rid of Jordan, I'm not going to any more games this year.
No one is.
You got dollar beer and free seats. I might go. I'll
Yeah.
add the word might. But you get rid of Jordan, I'm probably checking out for a year or two.
At least the balance of the season.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pena, I will at least
I don't know.
understand, but Jordan, no. That's like you trade Bagwell when he was my favorite. No, I would have killed.
no, I agree. And look, you also have the luxury for next season, if it's played, and if it's delayed,
Big TBD
even, and if
on
it's
that one.
delayed, even better,
Right.
that Correa will be back post injury. So Correa becomes your shortstop at that point.
Yeah.
He's under contract. He's going to be there, right?
Right.
So
You're
Correa's
paying
the
him,
third. Correa.
He might be a
short.
$30 million coach next year.
Well, again, we're probably not going to play the beginning of the season.
Well,
so if we don't play the beginning of the season, that
he might
extended time
he
for
might be
him
a
to rehab and
$30
get
million
there.
Little League coach next offseason.
Yeah, maybe.
2-year offseason.
But honestly, you know, with the chaos that the American League is, it's the buy-sell concept at the trade deadline. It might get kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because with as many teams
Well,
that
the
are,
whole
that are in
AL is
the
going to
running,
think they got a chance.
Right.
So then
I mean, think about it. Like,
you're giving false hope to at least 10 of them.
so Dana Brown and Joe Espada, I think, have a false sense of security and stuff like all the time in general.
Which for no reason. Neither one of them has a contract for next year.
You know, in 2024, okay, fine, it worked out. We made the playoffs and they got bounced immediately. 25, we showed this is not good.
Right. And then
So
you went ahead and did the exact same thing.
They're acting the exact same
Definition of
way right
insanity.
now. Yeah. So, look, I think my concern here is that they're going to try to be buyers at the deadline because we're going to go from today to the All-Star break, more or less, say
But I mean, what kind
three games over 500.
Yeah. But what kind
Which
of
is
buying
not
are we
special.
even capable of?
I don't know. Well, that's the other
I
problem.
think our conversation should be selling
Is it
versus
selling-
doing
is it
nothing, not
selling
selling
to buy?
versus buying. No. But I mean, like, look what of the last 2 years of Dana's moves, we're signing people that can't even make the White Sox roster. We're signing outfielders I didn't even know existed. The 2 pitchers he signed, one's crying that his sushi's warm. The other one leads the AL and homers given up. Like, what would make you, like, speaking of the draft is coming up, I don't trust him to make those 2 picks. We've got a 17th pick and a 28th pick. I don't trust him to make those picks. Either take Aiden Robbins out of Texas, do whatever you will with them. Maybe take another Texas player just because, well, I got an obvious bias here. But other than that, I don't trust Dana Brown to do anything.
You know what I don't want to see?
He literally, he manages my team like I manage my fantasy baseball roster, and I'm like 12th out of 14th. Shout out Shaggy Beaver League. I'm never good. I literally like scour the waiver wire every morning. I'm like, who the hell are these people? And then Dana's like, oh, I know that guy. I'll sign him. And then he goes 1 for 20 and we cut him. Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know.
But no, I don't have a bias against.
But what I don't need to see is Julia Morales doing an interview with some player no one's ever heard of just to introduce us to him on Space City Home Network. Like,
Yeah, this could have been a.
this guy, he was slinging pizzas 3 months ago in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and now he's doing this. And good night, man. Like whatever. Like, I'm over that. And
We
look,
are finding cast-offs of cast-offs.
my opinion is we got to run with what we've got. If you want to dump Pena, I'm okay with that conceptually. I don't like it.
You need to get a haul for him.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Unless you get, because we
I
need
don't
to
say
restock
dump
our
lightly.
system.
I mean, you're gonna have to reload with what you can get from dumping.
Because
him
you
out there.
need to restock the pond.
Yeah, I mean, I just said it as leadoff. You see how valuable he is to the team. Like it's tremendous. So
God,
you
okay.
better be getting that value back
I don't even
somewhere
know who
and
would lead
across the board.
off if we got rid of. Ooh, that's a terrible thought.
I mean,
Definitely
if you can
That's-
teach Altuve to
That's episode 4. I
not
don't even
swing
wanna-
at every
yeah.
pitch, but
He's 5th in the lineup tonight.
I know.
He needs to stay 5th to 6th. It's better than batting Trammell 4th, so we're getting slightly better.
yeah, Myers.
That's Myers center field defense. Yeah. Myers
Maybe.
does what I need him to do. We didn't bring him in for offense.
Yeah. All right. So look, we're running long on the tooth here, time wise.
Yeah, we
So
rapid
last
fire
night,
these last ones. Yeah. Shout out
the
Team Devon.
girls did it. Shout out to the Longhorns winning the Women's College World Series.
Back to back.
Back-to-back champs. Phenomenal. Got a special place in my heart for that team, that program.
And you got a special place in your heart for Reese Atwood.
Well, that too. Certain parts. So because most of you people out there in internet land here don't know, in 1998 I was essentially the first cheerleader for the Longhorn softball program. So
You were a yell leader. Let's call it what it
no,
is.
it's not a yell leader. That's
Okay,
there's
yeah.
no puff paint. There was no goofy hand signs.
You wanted to wear
I
overalls.
threw T-shirts out to the crowd when we scored runs and had
Get some hand
strikeouts.
signs
So
of what to yell.
it was a good time. But yeah, it gave me a special little love of that program and seeing them come from. That was the second year the program existed
Yeah.
in 1998.
Who was the
Krista Williams was our
Krista
stud
Williams,
pitcher. Yeah.
So basically, Krista crawled, so Kat could walk, so Tegan could run.
Could hoist the trophies.
Yep.
Which is awesome. So, and then keeping it on the college theme, College World Series coming up.
Yep.
for
be there.
the men.
We'll try to do a pod there. TBD on that.
We'll see how much of the fun stuff we've put in ourselves, if we can get coherent. This guy doesn't want to really do the Jello shot challenge, and I get it.
I'm not going to fight a
We're
losing
not-
effort.
The losing effort is for your liver to battle,
Okay.
not for where we are in the
West
leaderboard.
Virginia won today, so they're one game away. If Pat McAfee goes, it's over. He'll buy 100,000 of them like it's nothing, and then it's over.
Which rich alumni do we need to shame into buying Jello shots for the entire world?
Who would do it and who shamed it? I mean,
Both.
We could just ask Michael Dell.
Michael
Dell
Dell
could
doing that.
Or we'll just we don't even need a rich alumni. We'll just buy Rocco's. We'll just shut down the whole competition. We'll just buy Rocco's and erase the rest of the board.
I mean, that would be phenomenal.
That would be the Longhorn way to do it. You just cut the head off at the source, and then there is no competition. We win.
I got an idea. Hear me out.
Okay.
We do want in honor of Scott the Superfan.
Ooh, that's good.
Crowdsource it as a GoFundMe to dump it all into that.
Ooh, that's good.
Longhorn Nation would come behind that like crazy.
Especially for Scott. Yeah, the first year. Oh yeah.
Non-Longhorn fans love Scott when they learn about him.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Scott Wilson, longtime lawyer. I think he got sick on the way to the Florida game this year.
To the Florida football game.
And that would have been his 580th or so, somewhere in the 580s, football game in a row. I think it was like since 1977, 78, somewhere in there. And then on the baseball side, I think it was mid-90s. It's somewhere in the 3,000 or 4,000s in a row. Home, away, don't care. And he drives his
40 some odd years of going to every game, road, home, everything. It was insanity. I mean, a dedication that you can't find
unmatched.
in any
and
other fan.
Knew, like he could tell you a random backup infielder on the 92 team. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, that was Mike Lamb."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What?"
A crazy repository of information. Yeah. Good dude all around for Longhorn Nation, and people miss him drastically. But like literally, I think we could potentially do that. We could start a GoFundMe. Let's get through the weekend. Let's beat Oregon. Yeah, let's qualify. That's the first thing that's got to happen. We got to qualify.
Adam, we're still not jinxing it. Don't eat.
No. Zero jinxes around here. So let's get there, and then maybe we can have that discussion. We
do some back channel work to make sure it's appropriate.
We do know some back channel people that could also help with this. So stay tuned. Maybe we're cooking up a plan here. Yeah. And you can imagine the run that you would get on mainstream media, right? ESPN finds out that.
For Scott?
That there's a GoFundMe crowdsource for this guy who is the freaking legend of legends to have his name attached to winning potentially the Jello shot contest.
Oh, yeah. Which he would love.
I would petition for renaming it after him at that point.
Oh, yeah. Once we buy Rocco's, which
there we go.
Backup plan to just buy the restaurant.
I'm down. I love the idea. We're cooking it up here right now. So if you guys know anybody out there can help even, reach out to us, man. Let us know. Like, well, let's make something happen out of this.
Or if you got McConaughey's number, I'm sure he'd be willing to.
Oh, yeah. Any of you guys who just...
He can buy a whole stadium. He can buy a freaking 67,000 shell shots.
Ring up the Minister of Culture and tell him what gets more culture than this.
This is his culture. This
is Longhorn baseball culture at its peak. Definitely. So let's go with that. Make him make orange Jello shots for us over there.
Do they do it by color?
I don't know. But we can tell them.
They did. I went in 2022 and they did it, but I don't.
Although I feel like I'm going to want variety. I couldn't handle hundreds of orange Jello shots.
We did it at Kobo's for that Shiner tournament they do in February, and I don't eat. That was 3 or 4 years ago, and I still don't want to look at an orange Jello shot. Me and Donovan Campbell's dad did about half of them, and we're like, okay, we got to stop. We cannot eat all these.
No, everyone loves a good Jello shot, but when you overdo something like that, even if it didn't have alcohol in it, it's disgusting.
Oh, yeah. It was my idea, so I felt guilty about it. I'm like, I got to eat these.
Just imagine eating a vat of Jello, like, ugh. Yeah. Then add booze on top of it, and then beers in between. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Anyway, let's not go there.
Yeah. We went off the rails there.
No, for sure. Last but not least, we're at the last few days prior to the World Cup. I know you're probably not a soccer dude.
I'm a U.S. fan.
I got my hat on.
I do all my research like the day before we play, but I mean, the U.S. is the U.S. We just generally shit the bed.
So I'll be Celeste to the core.
Messi's still playing?
He's going to play. He's not going to play in the warm-up games. Most likely,
no,
so
I meant
they
like
keep
in
him
the
healthy,
yeah.
but he's going to play.
Yeah, he's up there.
They pulled him out of that last game against when he was playing with Miami just to be careful. He's like, I don't feel good. Let me get out because the World Cup's
he's up there.
coming
Yeah,
up.
he's not Messi of it, but he's still Messi at 20% is better than probably all the Americans.
Look,
100%.
for us, our bigger concern is the goalkeeper. So Dibu Martinez, he's one of the best around. He's basically the reason why they won the last World Cup, and he's playing with a broken finger right now.
Oh, dang.
So he's playing one-handed while he's waiting to get it healed. It broke a couple weeks ago.
And that's not something, you want to
Playing
stop
for
a 100
Aston
mile
Villa.
an hour
No,
soccer ball.
no,
Even
so-
those things are probably super padded.
I mean, just
got it.
catching the ball and everything. So they've been using a lot of caution with him. He's doing all his drills one-handed. Everything's kind of crazy to watch. And it's like, okay, whatever. So no, look, I'm hoping my boys get the back-to-back.
If it's not USA, I'll root
It's
for you.
only
I know,
been done twice in
You've
the
went and
history of
watched
the
them all over the
sport,
place.
so-
So yeah, I'll definitely back you up there.
Yeah. That's my love, my heart. I'm Argentine, and in 1986, I watched us win the World Cup with my grandfather when he was in town visiting.
Wasn't that the hand of God goal?
That was Maradona. That World Cup in Mexico. It was phenomenal. But I was 9 years old, and there I am. So I just dated myself on this thing. But,
Yeah, you did.
but I was 9 years old, and my grandparents would always come from Argentina to visit us in Houston during the month of June and July, because it's cold down there, and they were old and didn't like the cold weather, so they came here where it was hot, and they loved it. Yeah. So we hung out and we watched us win that World Cup, man, and you don't ever forget something like that. And so when 2022 came around and we won it again, man, that was probably one of the greatest days of my life.
Realize that you are defending champs.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
I barely can remember who won the Super Bowl last year. I think it was the Patriots.
I'm glad it wasn't the Patriots, but
Wasn't
it was the Seahawks.
Oh.
Anyway, so look, we're going to wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Cross your fingers, and even if you hate the Longhorns, just cross your fingers that the Longhorns make it.
Yeah. After
because
that, we're playing with fool's gold.
The stupidity and shenanigans that are going to come out of he and I being in Omaha for a weekend could be off the charts.
Right.
And
I mean, we're going either way, but if we have to watch Little Rock and St. John's and Oregon,
whatever, stupidity will happen.
We're just gonna pick the worst one, and we'll just sit behind right field and harass that right fielder like we do in Houston.
Or we'll find one to support.
No,
we find one to support, and we flip the script, and we hype the guy up like crazy. We become a player's hype man.
No,
the player for the other team becomes one we hate, but we pick one we like. I don't know.
TBD. How about we just make it?
I think everybody heckles, right? And I'm good with heckling. We do it all the time at Astros games.
Konnichiwa.
But if we flip the narrative and people do, these Astros fans, these Longhorn fans are out here supporting this dude from whatever,
from
Wichita State or whatever school.
Wichita State is good.
Usually,
in the 80s.
Yeah. You can see where my brain went. From Pepperdine. They were also good back in the day.
Yeah.
So, but if we did that outfield, and we're like, why are these guys hyping me up?
Yeah, I'm batting 210. Why are you talking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might be in this ironic way, like the best thing you could do.
Yeah, we'll see.
Either way, our goal is to get on TV, because that's what I do.
It's not our goal.
It's my goal for him to get him on TV. So
come find him at Astros games.
Yep, section 133. Holla.
He'll take pictures.
Come find us. Buy us drinks. Always open for that. So anyway, look, hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, follow, all the stuff. Yeah. Comment in the comments if you got something you want to say.
And I was going to say that we kind of figured this out on accident. On YouTube, you can, if you have a Gmail account, which I got to assume 60 to 70% of the general public has a Gmail account, you don't have to sign up for YouTube. You can subscribe through your Gmail. It just says use my Gmail. So that will help us. As it grows, it places our stuff higher. So just a little thing you could do that takes 10 seconds to get our subscriber count up, and then we'll start doing something as we get bigger, we grow. We'll start doing stuff for subscribers and what we can figure out what we can do, get some stickers out or whatever.
Yeah,
we're still growing, we're still learning. We're basically right now we're the 2013 Astros. We're building up towards 2017.
We're taking 100 L's, but we're going to win the title soon.
We're Bogusevicing. Like I'm gonna throw out random 2013 Astros. You be Castro, I'll be Bogusevich.
What was Hank Conger? What year was he on the team?
Congerbot? No,
was that 2014?
That was the 15 team that we made the playoffs.
He was on the 15 team.
Yeah, Congerbot.
I just want to be Conger, right?
Yeah. Well, we were actually good that year. We were
right. So maybe not. Maybe I'm not Hank Conger yet, but one day I can
get there.
Aspire to be that. All right, people. Had a good time. Hope you guys did as well. Catch you guys on the flip side. See ya.
Yeah. Trunk glowing, top showing, roof dropping. Damn. Slow down, swerving through the galaxy. Catching fly balls, hitting home runs. It's a H-Town reality. Diamonds on the mound, trophies in the case. We keep it 100 out here in outer space. Outer space. We reppin'